And that's a wrap. Nice work, everyone. Have a good day. Now I can relax and browse some war bonds. Maybe even look at a Helldiver! But, yes sir, what is it? I'm Democracy Officer Cliff. I'm here under the command of the Ministry of Truth to inspect your instructional documentaries. Yes sir. Have a look. Is there something wrong, sir? Tell me why you call yourself General Poe when you're clearly a lieutenant. Well... Speak up, Diver! I thought it would be cooler, sir. You thought actively deceiving fellow Helldivers when referring to yourself as General Cooler. Lieutenant, the Ministry does not take kindly to those who lie. For this poor behavior, I'm demoting you to Sergeant. No.
Welcome to the Poe Show. Welcome to the Poe Show. There goes Poe showing the way. He won't let a young diver go astray. Sergeant Poe. Welcome to the Poe Show. Welcome to the Poe Show. Don't worry, little diver, he's here to stay. Now Sergeant Poe has something to say. Come on, take it away, Sergeant Poe.
So, after my unceremonious demotion, I realized I still have to make this. So let's get started with the Galactic map. The Galactic map is accessed on the bridge of your destroyer, showing the war on all three fronts. Red for the bots, a weird tan yellow for the bugs, and an undemocratic purple for the squids. Each front is broken down into sectors, and each of those subdivided into 4 to 6 planets. When you hover over a planet, you can get several bits of information: type of enemies that are invading, amount of active Helldivers, and level of resistance, including a picture of the environment. This will allow you to take the proper gear for the enemies and the climate. Our goal as Protector Super Earth is to reduce the size of these fronts and finally crush them. Most of your in-game combat time will be done on small chunks of land on different planets, taking place in different mission types depending on the present state of the planet. Each planet varies in climate and potential obstacles. Desert and ice worlds, alongside their respective cold and hot climates, have sand and snowstorms. Both reduce visibility for you and your enemies. Acid storms are similar, but they also reduce armor rating. Other hazards include fire tornadoes, self-explanatory, ion storms, temporarily cutting off stratagems. Meteor storms and volcanic activity are similar in having projectiles fall from the sky. And tremors, stunning you and enemies and reducing your overall speed for a short time. These are just environmental hazards. The biggest threat to you is of course the near endless hordes of enemies that are trying to kill you. The DSS is a helpful addition to Helldivers despite its rather heavily debated effectiveness. It is often used when completing major orders and providing additional support to liberation efforts. Once it is in orbit, it has 3 main ways of assisting Helldivers on the planet: deploying close air support for taking out enemies in the field, an orbital blockade targeting enemy spacecraft and providing the Hellpod optimization booster for missions, and heavy ordnance distribution, dropping orbital 380mm barrages and boosting liberation campaigns. Helldivers are able to effect the deployed assistance by donating resources in the form of samples and requisition slips in the Action tab. In the Location tab, you can vote on the station's current location, and it can tell you where it is going to move on later. The DSS was first met with skepticism from the Helldivers community, but now is a big rallying point for Helldivers, concentrating the power of democracy into one spot with the intent of liberating the planet. Most of the enemy factions in the game have 1 to 2 planets that are significant to them in some way. One of the most well-known and a legend in the game is Malevolon Creek. Here was one of the greatest battles in the Second Galactic War, and if the bots even think of invading this place again, the resistance will be fierce. Another world important to the bot front is the automaton homeworld, Cyberstan. If we can get there, the automaton front may yet fall. The Terminids have their homeworld, Kepler Prime, presently covered in strange gloom. The planet, along with a few others, have not been reached since the gloom has taken over. Only a few minor expeditions into the gloom have been done. The second planet is none other than Meridia, and a large population of bugs deemed too dangerous to keep around. The Helldivers were instructed to inject dark fluid into the planet, creating the Meridia Singularity, one of, if not the most significant event that has happened. This black hole will allow the Illumina to return to our space after years of exile, first attacking Calypso and turning citizens into mindless horrors that are the voteless. Using strange technology, the Illumina were steering the black hole towards Super-Earth, taking out 3 planets before it was stopped by the Helldivers. But it was close enough. The Squids sent an invasion fleet. They were met with fierce resistance, but they did get to Super-Earth. With an upwards of 90,000 Helldivers, we drove them back. We are now hunting any remaining members of the fleet, crushing the bots' attempt to take Super-Earth, and bringing the Terminids back under our control. From the beginning of the war, Super-Earth has been fighting to take back its territories. Our enemies are getting bolder, as more and more come for our worlds. They have developed new troops, such as the Predator Strain, Gloombugs, Incendiary Corps, and the Jet Brigade. As they change their tactics and add new subunits, we must adapt to combat these threats. Until the day we finally subdue the enemies of Super-Earth, we will continue to fight for liberty, freedom, democracy, and our way of life. Take pride in yourself, Helldiver, for this would not be possible without you. This has been Sergeant Poe, for Super-Earth and democracy.
Marching with Sergeant Poe, with you high and low, marching straight and true. Raise your rifles, he's watching you. Salute Super-Earth on your way, for every diver to save the day. With you high and low, soon you will be marching, marching like Sergeant Poe. With you high and low, with you high and low, marching straight and true. Raise your rifles, he's watching you. Salute Super-Earth on your way, for every diver to save the day. With you high and low, soon you will be marching, marching like Sergeant Poe.